Hello, friend. Welcome to an idiot or bin.
I'm a stupid idiot. Today, friend, we're going to be reviewing The Secret History of Twin Peaks by Mark Frost. Also, we're going to be taking a look at a series of coffee ads for Georgia Coffee directed by David Lynch himself and starring the cast of Twin Peaks. And we'll be trying 3 cans of Georgia Coffee, the coffee that Agent Cooper thought was better than the coffee at the Double R Diner. And we're even going to try some Garmin Bosia that I got in Japan out of a vending machine. So I thought that before reviewing this book, it would be a good idea if I rewatched the entire Twin Peaks series. But I just didn't have time to do that. So instead, I watched the series of advertisements that David Lynch himself directed for Georgia Coffee. If you haven't seen these coffee ads for Georgia, which I believe are canon in the Twin Peaks mythology, please go watch them below. I've included a link to them in the description. The story of the coffee commercials follows a man named Ken, who is looking for his girlfriend Usami. He gets a postcard from Twin Peaks from her, so he goes to Twin Peaks to investigate, bringing with him a lifetime supply of Georgia Coffee. When he gets there, he checks out her hotel room, only to discover that she's vanished, leaving nothing behind but a photograph of herself and a taxidermied deer head. So of course, he then goes to Agent Dale Cooper. How does he pay for Dale Cooper's services? With thousands of cans of delicious Georgia coffee. Now, Dale Cooper loves this Georgia coffee so much that he refuses to drink any other coffee. He doesn't even want the coffee at the Double R Diner. This coffee is apparently superior to all the damn fine coffee in Twin Peaks. So I've got 3 different kinds. Let's try the first one. This is classic original quality coffee. All right, let's open it up and see what kind of damn good coffee Agent Cooper really liked. Wow, that has a lot of sugar in it. I would say that there is more sugar in this than coffee. I guess what we can learn from this is that Agent Cooper had kind of a sweet tooth. Maybe that's why he liked the pie so much. I can't even really taste the coffee. I'm just tasting like lots and lots of sugar. And it's not black. There's clearly milk in this. And Agent Cooper always seemed to like his coffee black, so... Also, I remember that he liked his coffee scalding hot on the show, and this is lukewarm at best. When you get the coffee out of the machine, it's not really hot. It's just very warm, which I think is the best they can do, heating the coffee through a metal can. So all Cooper has to work with is a deer head, but he notices a symbol on the deer head, a symbol that resembles the logo of Big Ed's Gas Farm. At Big Ed's Gas Farm, they discover a rare car called the Vosinger Weibel. I don't know about cars, so I have no idea if this is a real car or not. Anyways, they look in the window of the car, which is open, and on the seat is a set of snooker balls fully racked, which of course looks like pie. So they didn't get any clues at all from Big Ed's, but it makes Cooper want pie. So they go to the Double R Diner for some coffee and pie. At the diner, Shelley smiles at Agent Cooper and offers him some coffee like she normally does. But then Cooper goes, "No, Shelley, I got a tip for you. I don't want your garbage coffee." And then he pulls out of his pocket a can of Georgia coffee. And he's like, "I only drink Georgia coffee now. Screw you, Shelley." Now, I think the Double R Diner probably has a no outside food and drink policy, but Coop's an FBI agent, so what you gonna do? So Shelley gives Ken a paper crane that was left there by his girlfriend. Now, at this point, Agent Cooper and Ken completely forget about all the stuff with the deer head and the gas farm and the balls, because none of that stuff matters, because now they have this paper crane, and so they all give each other thumbs ups. The second brand of Georgia coffee that we're going to try is Georgia Emerald Mountain Blend. Let's open it up and see. Take a look at the color. Okay, well, this is not black either. This is even more milky looking than the original coffee. Coffee. Okay, this is much better. A lot less sugary, but a lot more milky. It's not great, like it's a lot better, but it's still not that good. It's So after finding the paper crane, Cooper and Ken go back to the Twin Peaks Sheriff Department to examine the crane. When Cooper examines the crane, he discovers that there's a letter G on it. What could the G possibly stand for? Georgia. Well, all this thinking makes Cooper thirsty, and so he decides he wants some coffee. It's Georgia coffee all around for everybody. But here's where things get weird. Lucy brings in some Georgia coffee and they all drink it together, but it's served in glasses with ice. That's right, it's ice cold Georgia coffee. Now, there's two things that I knew about Cooper's coffee likes. He liked his coffee black, which none of this is, and he likes his coffee scalding hot. But now he's drinking coffee with ice. What does this mean? Could it be that Cooper's been possessed by Killer Bob? Meanwhile, Andy is just poking pins randomly into a map and then wrapping a string around them for no apparent reason. Oh, that Andy. And it looks like the letter G. So Cooper says, "Hey Andy, what's under the last pin? Glastonbury Grove." It doesn't matter if you think it makes sense or not. It's the Tibetan method. This is Georgia, the Premium, which sports a picture of a coffee bean made out of gold. Sorry, coffee burp. Okay, well, this looks slightly darker. Well, this one has the least amount of sugar in it. You know, I think this is fine, like just perfectly fine for coffee out of a vending machine. But I wouldn't say that it's damn good. You know, maybe coffee just like wasn't as good back in the 90s when Twin Peaks was made. People just didn't have, like, there weren't as many coffee shops around. But I wonder if in the upcoming season of Twin Peaks, he's just going to skip the Double R Diner altogether and go to Starbucks and be like, "Oh my God. Oh, this is damn good coffee. Starbucks. Wow, I can't believe the crap I was drinking before." I'm sure it was really, really good pie. Or was it? Boom, boom, bow, now, bow, now, now, now. Bum, bow. So at Glastonbury Grove, Cooper finds the entrance to the Black Lodge. Whoa. He immediately finds Usami, who says, "Cooper," and I have to tell you, her Japanese accent sounds really weird. Anyways, they touch, there's a big flash of light, and then a UFO drops them back in Twin Peaks. The guys in the Red Room are aliens, or ghosts, or demons, or something. So Ken and Yasumi are reunited. They hug, and then Ken immediately turns to Agent Cooper and goes, "Georgia? Damn good idea, Ken." And then they drink Georgia coffee all together, including the log lady, and they stand there looking at the camera, drinking Georgia coffee, and then give the camera a thumbs up. Twin Peaks. Now, let's try some Garmonbozia, which, if you didn't know, spoiler alert, is human suffering. For as long as I've been in Japan, I've never actually tried eating creamed corn out of a vending machine before. Oof. It's not a lot of... Oh, I see all the chunks of corn are at the bottom. Oh. Oh yeah, it's like creamy and full of corn, and little bits of corn are nice and crunchy and fresh tasting. This is actually way better than the coffee. This is damn fine Garmonbozia. Damn fine Garmonbozia. I guess this is gonna be my lunch. Let's take a look at the book. Little slip, which inside has like kind of a spread panoramic view of the woods surrounding Twin Peaks. This is what the cover looks like without that paper slip. It has a picture of an owl on it. The entire book is filled with historical articles and newspaper clippings. Here's a copy of the Twin Peaks Post. Here's an actual menu from the Double R Diner. This book is also very good for improving your posture. The Secret History of Twin Peaks is a book that's kind of like a scrapbook filled with documents, letters, newspaper clippings, all relating to the history of Twin Peaks gathered together by a mysterious character known only as the Archivist. This book is given to an FBI agent, and the FBI agent is told to find out who the Archivist is. Now, the FBI agent's identity is also clouded in mystery. This FBI agent is only known by the initials TP. Who is TP? What's that? My toilet log says to keep watching. The story follows the history of Twin Peaks from 1805 all the way to about when Twin Peaks got canceled. The book uses actual historical figures, historical events, and conspiracy theories mixed with mythology from Twin Peaks to create an interesting history where you don't know what's true and what isn't. It does actually resolve some of the mysteries of Twin Peaks and go extensively into the backstories of a few of our favorite Twin Peaks characters. It's a really, really fun read. There were actually times that I was reading this and I looked up and went, whoa. But the book I'm referring to right now with the history is kind of the book within the book, because there's a framing device outside the book, which is, of course, the relationship between TP and the mysterious Archivist. Can TP figure out from this book who the Archivist is? I solved the mystery. No, it's not Mark Frost. It's a character from Twin Peaks. TP uses every skill she has as an FBI agent to uncover the secret identity of the Archivist. She verifies every detail of the book. She sends pages of it to have the handwriting analyzed and to have the documents checked for fingerprints. So of course, she must have really been kicking herself when she got to the last page. That's right, the Archivist just straight up says who he is at the end of the book. All she had to do was look at the last page. Now, I didn't look at the last page first because I didn't want spoilers, but if I was an FBI agent whose sole purpose was to find out who wrote the book, the first thing I might check is to see if the person wrote their name in the book. What do I know? I'm just a guy drinking creamed corn. Garmonbozia. Then TP, who had been blocking out her name and keeping it a secret through the whole book, at the very end just inserts a letter that has her name on it. So we find out what TP's name is too. And I don't think it's a big spoiler to tell you her name because it's not a character we've seen before or heard of. So I'm just going to say her name. It's Tamara Preston. So fans on the internet have speculated that Tamara Preston is going to be a character in the new upcoming Season 3 of Twin Peaks. Here's what I figured out about Agent Preston. Number 1, she likes to verify things. Number 2, she's creeped out by owls. But don't worry, Tamara. The owls are not what they seem. Number 3, she's a huge movie nerd. Movies to Agent Preston are what coffee and cherry pie was to Agent Cooper. She loves movies, especially mediocre ones. Now, some people have noticed that there's some really big continuity errors between the book and the TV show. When people on the internet pointed out all the continuity errors, Mark Frost just vaguely said, "Don't worry, all will be revealed." Oh, maybe all of the mistakes with continuity in the book were actually on purpose to give us a secret message, I'm skeptical that we'll ever get any real answers about that. Ever. In conclusion, I really truly enjoyed reading this book, and I think you will too, especially if you're a Twin Peaks fan, and especially if you're into weird sort of esoteric knowledge, like UFOs and magic and stuff. It's a fun read, and I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my channel, An Idiot Lost in Japan. Garmin Bozia. Also, maybe give it a thumbs up, and maybe check out some of these other videos. There should be other videos appearing on the screen now. If that's not happening, then there's something wrong with YouTube. Okay, friend. Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, Garmin Bozia!